If your baby is only sleeping in 30-minute chunks and you feel like you're drowning in a never ending cycle of feed, sleep, diaper change, repeat, this video is going to save your sanity. Hi, I'm Annie, mom of 5 kids and a certified pediatric sleep consultant. I know firsthand how exhausting this newborn phase can be, having been in the trenches 5 times. Today, I'm breaking down exactly what sleep should look like for your newborn to 1 month old, give you a sample schedule you can actually use, and share the expert tips that will set your baby up for great sleep now and in the months ahead. Let's dive in. Before we get into the schedule, I need you to hear this. If you're in complete survival mode right now, that is totally normal. This is genuinely one of the most exhausting seasons of parenthood. Here's the thing about a schedule at 1 month old. We need to think about it differently. We're not aiming for a rigid clock watching schedule like you might have with an older baby. Instead, we're creating a flexible pattern and routine that follows your baby's natural rhythms and is age appropriate. There's going to be a lot of variation at this age, and that's completely expected. Some days will look different than others, but understanding the basics of newborn sleep and having some guidelines, now that's going to give you the building blocks for great sleep both now and as your baby grows. In this section of the video, we're going to talk about sleep needs and wake windows. Let me break down the typical sleep needs for a newborn to 1 month old baby. In terms of total sleep, a newborn to 1 month old baby needs 16 to 24 hours in a 24-hour period. This includes both nighttime sleep and all those daytime naps. Yes, you heard that correctly. Your baby will be sleeping most of the day. They're still doing a ton of growing. Next, let's talk about wake windows. The wake window for this age is 45 minutes to an hour and 15 minutes. This is the absolute maximum amount of time that your baby should be awake between periods of sleep. As they get closer to 6 or 7 weeks old, this wake window might stretch to about 90 minutes, but for right now, we're looking at pretty short wake windows. And here's something that trips up a lot of parents. Wake windows are measured from the end of one sleep to the start of the next. So if your baby wakes up from a nap at 10 a.m. and their wake window is 1 hour, they should be going down for their next nap around 11 a.m. You'll probably notice that wake windows tend to be shorter in the morning, maybe just 45 minutes, and longer later in the day. That is completely normal. Now let's talk about the number of naps. A newborn to 1 month old baby might take 5 to 9 naps per day. I know that sounds like a huge range, but nap length is so incredibly variable at this age. Some babies take longer naps, so they need fewer of them. Other babies are still cat nappers and they need more frequent sleep periods to hit that total sleep target in a 24-hour period. Now let's talk about nighttime wakings. Multiple nighttime wakings are expected at this age. Your baby is supposed to wake up multiple times at night right now. Your pediatrician might even still be telling you to wake your baby up every 3 to 4 hours for feeds to ensure proper weight gain. This is not something you need to fix. It's developmentally appropriate for your baby. Remember, at this age, babies still have newborn sleep patterns. The big biological shift happens around 4 months old. That's when their sleep matures and things really start to change significantly. Now in this section, let's talk about essential tips for better baby sleep. These things actually will help your 1 month old sleep better. Here are my top tips. Tip number 1, optimize the sleep environment. For room temperature, keep it between 68 to 72 degrees Fahrenheit. This prevents your baby from overheating and allows you to layer their clothing appropriately, including a swaddle. Sound machine is a game changer. White noise mimics what your baby heard in the womb and drowns out household noise. Use it for every nap and for overnight sleep. Swaddling. A proper swaddle recreates that cozy cramp feeling from the womb and prevents the startle reflex from waking up your baby. With my oldest, I learned this lesson the hard way. Once we started swaddling her consistently, her naps went from about 15 to 20 minutes to 45 minutes or longer. Now that's progress. Now let's talk about frequent feeding during the day. At a newborn to 1 month old, your baby needs to be eating every 2 to 3 hours during the day at a minimum, or whatever your pediatrician recommends. This ensures that they're getting the most of their calories during the daytime hours. Eventually, this will allow them to consolidate their sleep to overnight and not need as many nighttime feeds because they'll be getting most of their calories during the day. But for now, focus on frequent daytime feeds. Watch for those hunger cues and don't let more than 3 hours pass between feeds during the day. Tip number 3, follow wake windows and watch for tired cues. Here's something crucial. Overtired babies actually fight sleep harder. If you miss that wake window, it becomes exponentially harder to get your baby down, which can be frustrating for everybody. Learn the signs of tiredness, things like yawning, red eyebrows, staring off into space, and fussiness. When you see those first signs and you're within that wake window, that's your cue to start getting baby ready for sleep. Tip number 4 is to start a simple bedtime routine. Even as a newborn or a 1 month old, you can start building this great habit. It doesn't need to be a complicated or long routine. Something like diaper change, put on pajamas, read a short book, swaddle, turn the white noise on, and lay the baby down. Over time, this routine becomes a powerful signal to your baby's brain that sleep is coming. You're creating positive sleep associations. And tip number 5 is release the pressure. Your baby is still incredibly young. There's going to be variation from day to day. Some days will be easier than others. Focus on establishing a flexible routine rather than a perfect schedule. Give yourself and your baby some grace during this season. All right, now let's talk about a sample sleep schedule for your newborn to 1-month-old baby. Here's what a typical day might look like. Remember, this is a sample. You'll need to make adjustments based on how the day goes and your family's preferred wake time and your baby's individual needs. But here's what a sample could look like. 7 a.m., morning wake up, naps at 8 a.m., 10 a.m., 1 p.m., 4 p.m., 7 p.m., and 9:30 p.m. Remember what I said earlier about newborns napping a lot? Here's a couple things to note. First of all, notice that newborn bedtimes tend to be fairly late, around 9:30 or 10 p.m. This is totally normal at this age. It will get earlier as the baby gets older. You'll also have multiple overnight feedings that aren't listed here on the sample schedule. Also important to know that the schedule for a newborn to 1-month-old can vary significantly from day to day. Don't just watch the clock, pay attention to your baby's sleepy cues, hunger cues, and those wake windows that we talked about, and how long their naps actually are that day. Use this sample schedule as a framework, not a rigid rule book. Okay, so in this next section, let's talk about how we actually use this schedule in real life. Here's my step-by-step approach. Step number 1 is choose your morning wake time. Decide what time works best for you and your family to start the day. In my example, I use 7 a.m., but maybe 6 a.m. or 8 a.m. works better for you. Everything else can build from there. Step number 2, expect short naps. Short naps are super common at 1-month-old. If your baby's a 30-minute napper, they might need 7, 8, or even 9 naps per day. As your baby gets older, naps will consolidate. They'll take fewer naps that are longer. Step 3, let wake windows guide you. This is important. If your baby takes a short nap and gets off schedule, don't panic. Just start a new wake window from when they woke up. If they wake up after 20 minutes, that's when the wake window clock resets. Watch for those sleepy cues and put them down within that 45 to 75-minute window. Step 4, stay flexible. Life with a 1-month-old is unpredictable. Some days they'll sleep great, other days not so much. Keep following those wake windows, watching for hunger and tiredness cues, and adjusting the schedule as needed. Remember, a flexible mindset is your best friend right now. You're not feeling if every day looks different. That's just life with a newborn. Listen, I know how hard this phase is. The exhaustion is real. The confusion about whether you're doing things right is real. But here's what I want you to remember. By creating a sleep-friendly environment, following wake windows, watching your baby's cues, and establishing simple routines, you are setting yourself up and your baby up for success. These building blocks matter. What works today might need some tweaking tomorrow, and that's totally okay. You're not looking for perfection. You're looking to slowly create these awesome building blocks that will help set your babies up for awesome growth and development and better sleep as they get older. If you want more detailed guidance on navigating newborn sleep, including exactly how to implement these strategies and set yourself up for success throughout the 4-month sleep progression, I've created a comprehensive ebook called The Ultimate Guide to Better Baby Sleep. It's a gentle, no-cry approach designed for babies from birth through 3 months specifically. I'll link it in the description below. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel for more sleep tips and parenting advice. Drop a comment below and let me know, what's your biggest struggle with your newborn or 1-month-old sleep right now? I read every single comment and love connecting with you. You've got this, mama. You're doing an amazing job. I'll see you in the next video.